Another day, another dollar. Cambria has updated many times since our last video. If you haven't seen our last video, it'll be linked down below. Watch the link first before you watch this one. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and first introduce the Excalibur stone. What is the Excalibur stone? It's simply just a stone with an Excalibur in it. It's that simple. Now, how do you use the Excalibur stone? Well, simply click it and it opens up this window. As you can see, there's a jackpot pool, a legacy cut, an attempt cost, the current owner of the Excalibur, and the odds of hitting the Excalibur. Currently, the jackpot pool has over 1 billion AT. If you saw my last video, 1 million AT currently costs $7 per mil, which can be traded OTC with the other players currently playing. And there's a huge marketplace for it currently live, and everyone's buying, selling, etc. So we're gonna go and show you how it works and what you can get. You simply just press pull on the stone. Once you have 100,000 arena tokens, it will cost you 100,000, okay? And you have the chance of hitting 1 billion. That right now, that pool is worth over $8,000 because it's not just 1 bill in there, it's about 1.3 bill, okay? So there's over $8,000 just sitting in that pool. And all it takes is that one lucky pull that you do or I do right now, that I will be able to walk away with $8,000, or you will be able to walk away with $8,000. All right. So good luck me. 1 in 16,000%. 1 in 16,000%. 1 in 16,174 odds right now to hit that. It is doable. A lot of people have hit this at 500 mil, 600 mil, 50 mil, 20 mil, or even 1 mil. So if you haven't played it, jump in and hit that stone. Not only it gives AT, it also gives royal favor per time you pull the stone, and it's at about 8,750 royal favor, I believe, each time you pull the stone, or it's 7,000 royal favor. It's either one, but we're gonna go ahead and pull that. Good luck me. I hope I get it, and let's see what we can do. Please, please, please. Holy moly, jolly moly. No, we're crying. So that means I failed the pull. Okay, so you can just sit here and keep trying if you have the AT to do so. Okay, so that's that is the sword in the stone. So that's for one lucky winner to walk away with $8,000 currently, and that is still climbing. Okay, by the time you see this video, maybe it's been hit, who knows. But that's a new content that they've released, which is super epic. Every 20% of that pool will be burned out of the economy, so that's a bullish thing as well to look into. So that helps with AT prices fluctuating up and down as well. Okay, so let's move on. We did the sword and the stone. We're gonna move on to Clanker. Meow 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 meow. This guy here, okay, my arch nemesis. Whatever. Gizmo runs Clanker, okay, so that's his little robot and he controls what's happening here. This is like a up and down sort of mechanism, okay, so you can cash out anytime you want. The minimum stake for this is 50,000 AT. As you can see here, he's going to 1.7x right now, 1.8x, and Gizmo heals him. He also has 2 buffs. There's a blue oh, you just got nuked. Sit down, dog. Alright, anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and put 50k AT here. And the rounds last 1 minute, I believe, or 45 seconds, or however long it lasts, okay? So we're going to go ahead and put 50k to test it. As you can see, we just put 50k in, and you can pull it out at any moment you want. So it can be at 1.1x, 2x, and this can go all the way up to 50x. So you can 50x your money, but obviously it's luck. It depends if you want to pull it or not, okay? That's your own risk to take. So I'm going to play it here, and we're going to let it run to about 1.5x, and I'll take it. Gizmo also gives royal favor, so oh my god. Alright, anyway, that was a very bad example to show. Anyway, as you can see, I earned 1,533 royal favor by putting that money in. If I cashed out, I still would have got 1,533 royal favor as well, okay? So here we go, we're going to claim that, and that's my royal favor that I've earned. And that's Gizmo in a nutshell, okay? So that's up to you how much you want to bet as well, and go ahead with that. So we're going to move on now. Our next new feature is something that I've been looking for a very long time, and it is actually farming, okay? I'm super bullish for farming because it's more like an AFK skill, and it's something that you know, I just want to leave there, get the crops, and walk away, cash the crops in, and we're good to go. And that gives me royal favor as well, which converts to trinkets. In my previous video, if you see that first, you will notice what I'm talking about. And we're going to go ahead and actually start farming. I haven't started farming on this account yet, but I'm going to show you how it all works as I learn with you guys. Okay, so I'm guessing it's down here. Yep, so we're going to go down here. We're going to speak to Sergey. Fresh siege, sharp sickles, and everything you need to work the land. Take a look. So he sells super compost, which, as you can see here, it says a premium compost that grants 24 hours disease immunity to a growing crop. So your crops can essentially get diseased and die. If you put this on your crop, you will have 24 hours to come back to your crops, to harvest them, and then to hand them in for favor. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and actually visit the farm building. So I'm going to upgrade my farm building. It costs 5 plank and 5 rough stone. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade it for 4 plots. Currently I have 0 plots. So I'm going to click upgrade, and I can keep upgrading for more plots. So I'm going to go again, 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 and there you go. So there's 5 levels that you can achieve to max out the amount of crops you can have at one point. And right now I have 12 farming plots. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. And we're going to move to the composting bin. I can also upgrade the composting bin. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the composting bin as well. So there we go. That's now built. As you can see, it's built. It's fully usable. And I'm going to press use. You can get scrap that turns into compost. So I can get 348 compost. And out of all my scrap. The way to get scrap is from fishing. If you look at my previous video, again mentioned, you catch fish. Once you've cooked the fish, you get an item called scrap. Okay, and this scrap can be used for a 3-to-1 ratio to turn into compost. So I'm going to go ahead and convert all my scraps to compost now, because I want to start farming. So here we go, and that's all done now. Now I have all my compost right here, as you can see. And we're going to go ahead and farm. So we're going to press plant ledger of holdings, I guess. No, you need to hold seeds in your offhand. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hold these barley seeds. Equip the barley seeds. What the hell? Oh, that's 40 farming. So if you check on the seeds, you can see what farming level you need. That's 60, peppers 40, golden squash is 80. Do I not have any bloody seeds that are like level 1? That's 60 as well. Dark lettuce, dusk lettuce, that's 80. Holy shamoly, golly. Let's go with, bro, like, can I, no seeds? Pepper seeds maybe, 40. Sea pear seeds, 80. Ah, there we go, beautiful. Okay, no, stop it. So I've got some turnip seeds. Before we start farming, the way to get seeds is essentially you have to do the other tasks. And what do I mean by the other tasks? Is the other skills that are available in Cambria right now. The other current skills are mining, fishing, wood cutting, and herb picking. Okay, so gathering. And in my last video, again, if I mentioned it, you will have all to see on all those skills. Okay, so as you do those skills, you earn these seeds, you randomly get these seeds. So now we're gonna go ahead and actually start planting. I'm gonna plant my turnip seeds, so I'm gonna click on the plot here, and now my seeds are planted. I'm gonna click on this one. I'm gonna plant all of the patches that I can. I'm gonna go ahead and plant these, and as you plant, you get farming levels. Okay, so I'm gonna plant this as well. Super quick, really easy, just planting all of these, nice and easy. I've got 12 plots to plant, and there we go. We're fully done now. As you can see here, it shows the turnip seedling is currently in growing stage. So the next stage is growing at 1 minute and 20 seconds. I believe you can put your compost on there, maybe. Oh no, maybe that's later. After 1 minute 20 we'll see. So that's farming right now in a nutshell, and it takes about 4 hours, I believe, for your crops to grow. So you have 4 hours, you come back after 4 hours and all your crops have grown. You can then gather them and then take them to the quartermaster to change them for royal favor and just hand them in. Okay, here's a perfect example with the crops that have been diseased. So one of our crops have been diseased, as you can see here. The turnip is diseased. Use compost to cure. It dies in 3 minutes and 17 seconds. Since I have my compost now, I can simply just press interact with compost. Okay, interact, and it will place the compost on there. Now it can start continuing to grow. Okay, so now I have to wait 2 minutes for this guy to continue to grow, whilst we wait 30 seconds for this guy to fully mature. And we'll go back to that when the time's up, eh? Alright, we're back again and it's harvesting soon. We're ready to take our turnips out the ground and see what we get. Come on, give me... Oh no, yield. Okay, so now we're in decay stage. So now I can come and harvest my crops. I have 959 minutes to come and harvest them before they completely disappear and die out on me. So that's what I mean by a bit of AFK. One thing that you have to notice as well, when your farming level goes higher, the higher seeds that you plant, the time to actually grow takes longer as well. So you have to cater to your crops and make sure they're not diseased so you can actually harvest your crops on time. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and harvest and let's see what we can get. So we're going to go ahead and harvest that. We should, in our inventory, get... Oh, so we got 3 turnips, as you can see. So we're going to go ahead and harvest the rest now. And at the same time, we're getting farming levels. So our farming level is going up. We don't get any seeds back, so we have to gather those seeds and get those seeds again. And how do we get those seeds? As I mentioned earlier, all you have to do is simply go fishing, mining, or gathering, or woodcutting. Someone said, "Don't stand on plots, please. I'm ruining his turnips." So we're gonna go ahead and harvest all these turnips.
A few moments later.
Alright, let's harvest our last one. There we go, beautiful. Okay, so we've got our turnips, and now we're gonna go to the quartermaster to hand in these turnips for some royal favor that will be turned into trinkets every Sunday, and that is some RSGP for us when Cambria TG goes live in May or June. Alright, let's go to Quartermaster James. Hey James. Hi there, sir. I would like to hand in my crops. Where's my... farming. So as you can see, 1 turnip gives me 60 royal favor. I have 56 of them. I can go ahead and cash them in right now. I've cashed them in. I got 4,829 royal favor, and that is it. Once you've cashed in, Sunday your balance will reset, and that's back. You're back to farming again every week. Alright, so to finalize farming in a nutshell, you have different tiered crops, seeds that you can basically farm. As you can see here, the growth time is 6 minutes for turnip, 30 minutes for barley and pepper, 2 hours for black garlic, crimson mushrooms, 4 hours for golden squash, sea pear, dust lettuce and bone yam. Each different seed will require a different level requirement of farming to be able to plant those seeds, as you can see through the tier range, and the level requirement for those seeds, as you can see on the docks. And one thing that I forgot to mention overall is the rare farming cosmetics. This is something that everyone loves to hunt for because cosmetics are cool. Why not? Why not get the freaking farming gear whilst you go farming so you can flex and be like, yo, look, I'm master farmer out here. And how do you get them? As you can see here, it just simply says harvesting crops has a chance to drop rare cosmetic items. Higher tier crops have better drop odds. So the better farming seeds that you do, they have better odds. The drop table includes the new scarecrow hat, scarecrow outfit, the farmer's hat, and the farmer's overalls and rake. So once you get those items, you can easily just equip them, walk around the world of Cambria, showing off, flexing your farming gear, and just having a great time. Overall, that's farming in a nutshell. Moving on is the energy collector. Meow meow. I'm going to show another update that I haven't covered yet, which is the energy collector. if you hold any Cambria assets, i.e. the founders or the islands, you will generate energy per second, okay? And it all depends what you have. So one island is 12,000 energy per 24 hours, and a founder is 48,000 energy per 24 hours. I have 8 founders and 15 islands, and my energy will constantly go up, and I can claim it at any time that I need. So I'm going to go ahead and collect my energy, and that is it. And then I can collect it again in the next minute or so. Now, in my previous video, I mentioned how to get energy, and there's a few ways that you can get energy, but a lot of people just simply buy the energy that costs 0.001 ETH, and that's it. Or you can buy energy orbs with arena tokens from the Grand Exchange, Winnie, or whatever the name is. I think it's Winnie, if I'm correct. And they can be found on your island or someone else's island in the, if I press M, you will see it's in the bank area. So we're going to go ahead and speak to Winnie, and you can simply just buy energy orbs if you have the arena tokens, to just buy them here. You can put an offer price in or buy them at 323,080 each. And one energy orb, I believe, if I am correct, it gives you around 56k energy or 46k, around that range. So that's everything covered in a nutshell. That's all the updates currently going. I hope you guys pull the stone and get that 1 bill plus, or get farming, AFK farming for those royal favors, for eventually when Cambria TGEs in May, June, you can get a bit of the airdrop, a bit of juice in your life, a bit of schwanny, and then enjoy everything else. Have fun, enjoy the game, and I'll see you next time when the next update comes live. Peace out.